Welcome to Double Dose of Raw Talk Podcast, your weekly dose of many discussions and opinions, a show where we get comfortable being uncomfortable. And remember, no topic is off limits. Now let's talk about it. I think this thing is on. Y'all, you are back to another week and another episode on Double Dose of Raw Talk, a podcast with your favorite host, Miss D. Ladies and gentlemen, what can I say? Um, if we're gonna keep it all the way raw, I've definitely, given myself by far the greatest grace and space of all time. After all the shit talking I did from the very beginning about not taking no breaks, here I am. I'm doing it. And you may be asking yourselves why. Well, there's a lot that's been happening behind the scenes. And your girl has just been trying to not make a scene. How about that? There has just been some tests, some challenges. There have been people trying me, because the devil will try it. The devil will try it, and I'm not one who has really truly dived deep into conversation about the devil, right? You guys know that I've definitely been one to tap into my faith for a very long time now, re-tapping into it, right? Just like kind of like circling back to it, reconnecting. And I feel that I'm on a very good place right now with my faith. I feel like I'm in a space where prayer has truly helped me get through so much. I'm still doing my meditation. Shout out to that 7-day self-care challenge. But also, I've been doing this. I've been doing my meditations. I've been doing my affirmations. I've been still with my post-its. Y'all have to see my desk. I barely sit on it, but there's definitely post-its there, and I'm always writing the little notes to myself, and I'm always doing all those things. Everything that I've preached on here, everything that I've shared on my ebook, my journal to self-love, I do. But I've encountered certain events, if that's what we're going to call this, certain events, certain shows. I've encountered certain shows, y'all, that have really taken its own storyline, maybe narratives, you could call it. Yes, I'm speaking totally metaphoric in a way. And, there's been plot twists left and right. There's been things about my life where there have been special chapters, even, that I'm still writing those chapters, but it feels like maybe it needs to come to a close. I know I'm not talking about the podcast. I'm not. But just trust and believe me when I tell you that I will soon come, y'all. In the future, I will be able to share a little bit more about how relevant going through bullshit can really test you in so many ways. It can test your self-awareness, your emotional intelligence. It could test so much. And if you listen to last week's episode 103, with my podcast coach, good friend and mentor, Carla Ramirez, we definitely touched on, when our characters are challenged, and we touched on emotional intelligence. We touched on the shit. And it's so crazy, right? Because it's something that's definitely been in my thought. It's something that I've been dealing with and coping with, especially because of the things that have been happening behind the scenes. The things that are part still of my private life, my personal life, that wow, I will always keep it raw here. There's always going to be a time and a place for me to share everything. And I have to be able to do that at the right moment, strategizing that shit, right? Because this new Daisy, y'all, she be strategizing. She doesn't just act or react impulsively. No, not anymore. This Miss D, who, let me tell you, the one from 3 to 5 years ago was a different bitch. This one really thinks about things, right? This one pays attention. This one, for the last several years, everything and anything that she hears and sees, she keeps it. She tugs it right under this little mat that's in the back of her brain. She just keeps it there, right? And I hold it. I hold it there, and it helps me analyze things. It helps me evaluate shit for me to make certain decisions and certain determinations. And I say all of that to say, while there's a lot of activity happening right now behind the motherfucking scenes, y'all, all I'm going to ask is to join me in good, graceful social media prayers by your favorite host, Miss D. Um, Uplift a bitch here, because times are trying. Like I said, people is trying your girl. People's trying it. The devil is trying it. And I've definitely, Lord knows that coming across, these small challenges by people that I've met on social media, it's not that I didn't know that I was supposed to do this. I know I was supposed to do this. I know I've been doing it, but it's a great reminder to keep doing this, to keep the meditations going, to keep the affirmations going, to keep visualizing time and time again what it is that I want in my life, for my life, and how I want to continue truly visualizing it and manifesting that shit to the point of it becoming real. And it's not about, you know, oh, I want $1 million, although a bitch could use $1 million. It's not just that. I mean some real shit. And the reason why I say that is because a very long time ago, y'all, I believe it was during a mini-so series, Tuesday mini-so series, that I shared a little concept about the grass is not always greener on the other side. And the reason why I said that was because, about a year ago, I transitioned into a little something, into a new badge. And, here comes a year later, and something I knew months ago, the grass was not so green on the other side, and I realized it, right? But I still push forward with this shit. I still push forward with this experience, and I've still learned so much till this very day that I'm releasing this episode to y'all, right? And here I am. I'm finding myself going through other things, other events. When I tell y'all, it is live behind the scenes, it sure is. Y'all just don't see all of it. Soon come, like I said before, I will be sharing a little bit more of what's been going on. I will be sharing a little bit more on how your girl has come up from this. I will be sharing a little bit more to you all what an experience as unique as this one has been like for me as a person, as a professional, as an individual, as a just a woman, a mother. You know, this has this experience, these events, I should say, that I've been living, right, have truly impacted me in so many ways on a very personal note. And what I do know is, when the lights come on and you have to open up those curtains and show up and show out on performance, right? We're always going to be ready for that. But the truth is, there's so much that happens when those lights shut off and we close those curtains. There's so much that happens even before we open up those curtains, right? And the fact is that on our way to the stage, on our way to show up and show out, it's having that confidence and that courage to see all the madness happen behind the scenes, to see all the madness happen before we take stage front and center, right? On a daily fucking basis to perform our best and give it our all. There's so much that happens behind that sometimes we don't want to show up. That sometimes we want to run off the stage even when the lights go on and those curtains open. That sometimes, you know what, I don't give it my best performance today. I'll try again tomorrow. Shit like that really does happen. And it's all happening behind the scenes. And if I haven't shared it so upfrontly, and if I've allowed myself to have so much space and grace these days for my own sanity, for my own wellness, for my own mentality, right, to be okay, to be in a great mindset, it has been because, and New York is going to New York, y'all, but it has been because it would be an injustice for me to give y'all all the juicy details what has been BTS over here, with so many emotions inflicted, with so many emotions still on the front line. when so many emotions are taking the lead, when the vision is still a little blurry, when the mind is still a little cloudy. It would be a full disservice to y'all when I'm trying to keep it all the way raw. It would be fucked up if I don't give you the raw truth, as raw as it gets, keeping it all the way raw. It would be fucked up for me to not be able to do that. And so at this time, I'm just not. But I promise I will. I will in the future. I promise. I want to be able to share a whole word with y'all. And this is going to be such a short episode, y'all. But I wanted to show up and show out today because the truth is I am feeling much better and I am feeling great and I am feeling strong. And the reason why is because I'm doing and I'm practicing and I'm doing all the work that I constantly been preaching on, but I sort of kind of maybe forgot about it. I neglected it a little bit with myself, but I am back to doing these things for me. I am back to doing these things for me to be able to show up and show out. Lights on, curtains are open, taking front center stage, right? I'm doing this work so that I can be better, so that I can be far more greater, because it's okay to want to be greater. It's okay to want to be better. It's okay to want to continue to move up, move on, and excel. It's okay to do that. And it's okay to do all of that without feeling any motherfucking guilt. It's okay to do that even when we are faced on a daily basis with a shitload of motherfucking madness behind the scenes. Because the truth is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the truth is that at the end of the day, the one and only person who could have pride in all of this is you, because you're the one who's doing all the fucking work. No one else is going to vouch for it. No one else is going to take pride in it like you will. No one else is going to take the fault for any of the mistakes and errors along the way to help us learn. And do you know why I tell you this? Because at the end of the day, only you can stand in your truth for you. There's so much to this message. There's so much to the things we keep private, the things we hold dear to our hearts, the things that we deal so personally, so internally, so that it doesn't affect all others, the things that we choose to strategically share and speak on at the right place, at the right time. There's so much going on behind the scenes that when you reach a certain level of maturity, of strength, of intelligence, that you are handling the shit like a true motherfucking boss, that you let none of it prosper against you, that you allow yourself to always stay uplifting and to always rise to the fucking occasion and not let anybody hold you down. There is so much that has been happening behind the scenes, y'all. There is so much that has, if I'm going to keep it all the way raw, has caused me to cry, has caused me to still have a few moments of anxiety. No panic attacks since the last one I shared with y'all, but definitely moments of anxiety. There's been a few nights I've gone to bed without dinner. There's been a few nights where I have truly knocked out just by just laying down on my bed just to take a breather. And I wake up the very next day and I've slept the full fucking 11 hours. And I'm like, shit, I didn't even organize my clothes. I didn't eat fucking dinner. I slept with my makeup on. Do you know the work I put in with my Sunkissed Organics for this skin? And y'all know I be dealing with a little mild psoriasis too. That shit gets flared up with stress. Like, I've been going through it. I have been. It has not been a good show behind the curtain. It has not. There has just been so much. And it's just been so difficult. But I can't take none of that for granted. I am in a very odd, weird, and probably masochist way, y'all. I'm still grateful for all the bullshit. I am, because I know that when I come out of this, y'all, when I come out of this, and I'm already in rehearsals, baby. When I come out of this, I'm going to come out with yet another badge. I'm going to come out. And yes, a bitch just flipped her hair while saying this on a microphone. I am going to come out far more of an expert than what I was the last time I was going through a transition. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to call this yet. I don't know exactly what this is that's happening right now behind the scenes. I don't know. It's not a transition. I don't know what it is. I have to be able to gather my thoughts around this, to be able to identify it. It's not just to give it a label, it's not just to give it a name, it's to really identify it so that I know that I've understood what this shit is, right? Because y'all know that saying, right? Oh, she understood the assignment. That's right. I need to understand it. I need to understand it so I know how to come up and out of all of this shit. Y'all, the behind the scenes world is crazy. And that's really why I wanted to come talk to y'all and give you guys just a deeper look into my soul, and a sneak peek as to what's been going on. It's kind of like, you know what this puts into perspective when you see documentaries, right? You just be seeing those dope ass fucking documentaries that are like so edited and it's so interview driven and all that. But you know what are my favorite documentaries? My favorite documentaries are the ones that truly capture the raw truth, and that usually shows in all the behind the scenes work. Those are the type of documentaries that I think truly show the real shit. They show the raw truth. They show a person. They show a thing. They show it. And they really, really let you in. It's like you're in. It's like you're seeing it all. Those are the type of shits I like when it comes to behind the scenes work. The shit that be unfolding that mostly I don't even know about. Let me tell you. I'll tell you what it is about the behind the scenes concept, and without giving any names, because I respect wholeheartedly my friendship with this person. So I'm never going to give any names, and I'm never going to specify what the event was about either, because I respect them too much and I love them too much. But if this, this is something that they're listening to, and this, this turns on a little light bulb, I'm sure y'all know it is about y'all, and I will never take the shit for granted either. Definitely a lesson learned. One of my most raw moments of witnessing some really fucked up shit happening literally behind the scenes. It was an event that I attended. I was a guest. Beautiful event. And the show was about to start, where the people that were forming part of this event, right? La gente que están homenajeando, the people that the party is for, right? And they were about to start rolling in, and we about to get ready for that, right? And they're trying to gather this entire group of people that are supposed to make their grand entrance, but something is going on. Something is going on, and it's happening behind the scenes. It's actually literally happening in a corner, like it looks like a corner room behind a curtain. Look like it, just like that. And what was crazy was that I literally, in that moment, as just one of the many guests there, I felt it. There was something attracting in that level of energy pulling me towards that direction. There was something. Y'all, my best friend was with me, and I remember saying, bitch, something's going on. And if something's going on, I'm going to take off my shoes, and you're going to hold on to my shoes. Because if we need to act and react, we're going to act and react. Now, this was years ago, right? This was the old Daisy. I say all of this to say, there was so much happening that while I saw nothing, I felt all of it. I cannot tell you exactly what went on because I couldn't see it, but I just knew something was going on. And a couple of minutes later, however which way that was resolved, I'm not going to let y'all in on that because it's none of y'all business, but I know the show must go on. And the people who needed to make their grand entrance sure made their grand entrance. The show went on. People showed up and showed out. Lights went on. Curtains were pulled open. And everybody took front, center stage like they needed to. And that's definitely one of the most real and raw moments I remember. Something that was definitely personal and private and totally unfolding behind the scenes. And there was some real fucked up shit going on. But people still showed up and killed it. And people still Still looking back at all that and knowing the people that I know that had that event, you know what? They still came up on top. They still did. Anyway, I needed to get a little raw with this concept of behind the scenes. I wanted to share a little bit of insights with y'all about how this whole shit has been for me. I promise, with all my heart and soul, I will give you all a deeper look into that at the right place, right time, right place here on this platform. Right time. I'll let you know when. But you know, when the time is right, I will share a little bit more. I definitely encourage you all something, you know, just to leave you guys with this raw thought, really deep thoughts, very personal thought, as cliche as this may sound. But one of the other things that have truly helped me get through all of this has been my circle, has been my close friends, has been, as much as I fight with them every fucking day, I'll fight for them any day, my family. It's incredible to me that no matter how much sometimes I may be at odds with my family, when I fucking need them, I know I motherfucking have them. And I fucking adore them for that. And I fucking love them so much for that. Because it's been really fucking tough. And definitely the friends, my circle, my people, my chosen few, for always just fucking being there. Even if it takes me some time to open up one curtain and let them know what's going on, let them see, they're there. And that, I know we say it all the time. Oh, you know, surround yourself with like-minded people, and it's a whole fucking hashtag. But it's real. It's fucking real, and it makes such a huge fucking difference to be able to get through some of the craziest bullshit ever and make it out. Make it out of all the mess right on top. And on that note, guys, we will be back next week with another dope ass guest. I hope you guys loved last week's episode. Definitely tell a friend to tell a friend. And as always, this has been another week and another episode on Double Dose of Raw Talk podcast. I am your host, Miss D, and you will tune in next week. Bye. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And we are live on your favorite podcast streaming platform. Make sure to tell a friend to subscribe, rate, and review. Talk to you later. Bye.